N.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to Heroes Cable Network, where we promote culture, tradition, education, and development in our community. You're welcome to the Dot Stream Show. On today's show, we have a very, very special guest, Kingsley Edu. Kingsley, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And then we also have El Capitano himself, Captain Adogbo in the house. Capito, how you doing?
By the grace of God.
Thank you. Thank you both for taking the time.
You're welcome.
I just want to say this. So, on the Dot Stream Show and on any of the shows that we broadcast on HCN, if you want to advertise on our show, we're having a very special promo for local businesses and also African American businesses. If you want to reach your customers, we have the audience. Just reach out to us via email, heroescablenetwork@gmail.com, or by phone, 214-997-3383. WhatsApp, text, whatever. Just call us if you want to advertise on HCN. Thank you. So let's get right to it. You all remember we had Kingsley here on the show, I believe a month or so ago, right?
Yeah.
And Kingsley shared with us some very, very, very devastating story. It was very, very tough to swallow what happened to Kingsley. I don't want to go into details because anytime I replay that video and listen to, what happened to you, man, my body just goes like this, right? I don't want to experience that today. But overall, how are you doing since that episode? How are things going on with you in your life?
It has been an amazing recovery. It's normally when people go through that experience, it always takes a longer time before they can actually get back on their feet. But in my case, it has been very miraculous.
Right.
And but right now, I'm doing good. Like generally, I'm doing great. I've started getting more active than I used to be, because the more you don't get active, the more you get weaker.
Right.
So I always try to be active. Take walks, and
That's good.
I try to play some soccer, just some few minutes, just to make sure I'm active,
Get
so
the
I
body
don't
going,
get.
right.
But generally, it's been a very great recovery.
Well, we
It's
thank
been
God. We
great.
thank God so much. Actually, you look good.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed with
Thank you.
your smiles and everything.
Yeah.
That's a strong testament to just the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Strong-hearted, strong-willed, and we thank God for that.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a brief recap of what happened to Kingsley. He, just like all of us, at some point will always want to sell something on some of these social media platforms. 5 Miles is the app that he tried to use in that instance. 5 Miles is just like,
Craigslist.
Craigslist
yeah.
and offer up and whatnot. So he tried to sell a phone, and somebody approached him, chatted him on the phone and said, "I'll buy it." And all that ended up was that he was shot. He was shot twice by this guy who ended up taking the phone from him and also stealing some of his personal belongings. But thank God, he is alive, well and kicking and smiling today. And we thank God for that. I mean, Captain, that was a devastating story.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about that.
Well, it was a shocking story. Unfortunately, it's more common than we think.
Right.
It happens more often than not. So yeah. So to see him alive and doing well,
Right.
it's
Right.
it's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting you say that because since you're in the field,
Yeah.
for us, I mean, we only know when it happens to someone that we know or close to us, right?
Yeah.
But for you, this actually happens a lot more than we think.
Oh yes.
Oh.
It happens a whole lot more than you
Wow.
think. It's very common, and unfortunately, a lot of the perpetrators are kids. Most of them are 25 or younger. And especially when school is out in the summertime, that's when these type of crimes pick up. These kids just get together and come up with this plan to try to just
Cause trouble.
and rob people
Right.
of what they got, and they use these apps to do it. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We thank God. We thank God that Kinsley survived that incident and is here with us today. So, ladies and gentlemen, after that video, we made an impassioned appeal to you, our viewers, our listeners from all across the globe. We asked you to reach out to us with information, any type of information that would help Kinsley in his situation. And we also set up a GoFundMe account where we reached out to you guys to chip in your widow's mite to help this guy through this difficult time. And I'm glad to say that the community responded. Our community of viewers have responded, and we've been able to raise $1,200. That's a lot of money. I wish we got more, but we're very grateful for what we got. $1,200. If you convert this to Ghana City, not the the old Ghana City.
The old Ghana City.
That's like what? Million. You know, we're very, very, very thankful to the community for responding in this manner. We received donations from a lot of people, and a lot of them were anonymous, but we just also want to acknowledge Benjamin Biney. We happen to see your name, and then Mr. Lawrence Dagadu. So, Mr. Dagadu, how you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you, Biney. Thank you, Lawrence. And thank you to everybody else who felt touched by this story and responded to our plea of support. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts here at HCN for stepping up and showing humanity and supporting our brother in this tough situation. So, we're just going to go straight to it. We have your cachito here, and we're going to do a quick presentation, Capitano. I think I'll have you present the cash to him.
All right.
And yeah, so you just go ahead and give it to him.
Thank you.
Kinsley.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again. And Kinsley, what do you think?
In fact, this is great. This is it's amazing, and for this journey that I went through, it wasn't easy, and I just want to say that even though this world is full of evil, but the world is also full of love, and there are amazing people that when you get into any kind of trouble, they would always show themselves up and help you. I want to mention some few names.
Go ahead.
In fact, they deserve it all. I remember when I was at the hospital, there's this man, Elder Kenning.
Mm-hmm.
He is an elder of the Church of Pentecost in Dallas.
Okay.
For all the 2 months that I spent at the hospital, he was there every single day.
Wow.
Every single day he was there, and he made sure I was okay. And my family, my friends, Mr. Benjamin Forsen, like I mentioned the other time, Auntie Matilda, Auntie Fosti, Connie. There are so many people that if I try to mention names, it's gonna take me the whole day.
Right.
And for the people who were not there, I know they were with me spiritually.
That's right.
And even the prayers and the emotional support they provided, I really appreciate that. And I want to thank all those people for everything that they did for me. And I want to say, may God bless them. May God replenish everything. And I also want to thank HCN for giving me the opportunity to be on this platform to tell my story to the world,
Right.
and to tell people what I went through, and also to advise people, I mean, who might also wanted to do what I did, and it caused me this pain.
Right.
But I'm here. In fact, everything has been God.
Right.
And you know, God works through human beings.
Right.
And I say thank you, and God bless each and every one of you. I appreciate it.
Kingsley said, I'm here, and of course he's here. He says thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go for a quick commercial break. And like I said, if you ever want to advertise on HCN, please, we're running a very special promo. Reach out to us by email, heroescablenetwork@gmail.com, or via phone, 214-997-3383. We'll be right back.
Our culture, traditions, and education is gradually diminishing in our community. Here at HCN, we are determined to explore, to learn, and to promote indigenous African culture, which is the value of we, the African people. Traditions, the consciousness of our heritage in our food, music, marriage, our beautiful languages, and most importantly, our religion. Join me here on Heroes Cable Network as we take an educational journey to explore, a journey to unveil the untold stories of Africa. HCN, our goal is to elevate and celebrate our culture, traditions, education, and development in our community. My name is Sakosia. Explore African culture and traditions with us here on Heroes Cable Network. HCN, we are one.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pastor Martin Osai, and I'm delighted to join you this evening from the studio of Heroes Cable Network. Heroes Cable Network is a community multimedia production and studio that is geared towards empowering our community in the areas of tradition, culture, education, and development. All of our programming and segments are going to be along those lines. I want to invite you to join me with the education segment that is upcoming, and we're going to be looking at education and careers. That is an important area in our community. How to guide our young people into the right careers of the future. Today, science, technology, engineering, and math hold great careers of the future. And to channel our young people into those careers. It used to be that when we think about math and science and all these things, we thought it was the most difficult areas, or maybe we think of some old man in a science lab, in a lab coat. But today, the careers in science, technology, engineering, and math are everyday careers, from food nutrition, food science, to sound energy, and so on and so forth. Just there is plethora of careers that are in these fields. And those are some of the high-paying careers also for our young people. And I will be doing a special segment, so I want you to be looking for that to come up here on the Heroes Cable Network. We will be talking specifically about what kind of courses will land us those jobs. It will even surprise you that some of those six-figure jobs, six-figure paying careers may not even require a full college degree, but some certification and specialized training. I would come to you live with these information and these types of programs that are out there for our young people. And we want to educate our community about these things and how we as parents and as community can begin to navigate our children through these programs and ensure that they land the careers of their passion, the careers of their choice, and the careers that will build for them a great future. And that means a great future for our community. Thank you very much. HCN, we are one.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Dot Stream. And we have here with us Kingsley Edu, and you've been watching and hearing from him and Captain tell us about what happened to him and also showing appreciation to the community for showing support. We've been able to raise 1,200 through GoFundMe, and he is very, very appreciative. So, Capitano, you've heard all of this. Obviously, the community responded to his plight. But for me, in all of these things, my main goal has always been, what can we learn from what happened to him to possibly prevent similar outcome to somebody out there who's watching and listening to us, right? What do I need to do? What don't I need to be doing? I know that it's hard to predict,
Yeah.
but at least there are some basic precautions that we can be taking. And you've been in the field, I think you're the best person to talk about that.
Yeah, like I said earlier, this happens more often than none. It's a very common thing that happens, and law enforcement, I've seen it happen. You know, we've seen the trend, and there have been things that have been put in place to stop such things from happening.
Right.
Wherever you live, there are places such as police stations, right? A lot of police stations, the big police stations, they've set up their parking lots as exchange locations. Some of these locations have cameras up there. You have police officers in and out the buildings all day. You have police officers in the parking lot. You can go to the front lobby and do these exchanges, right? Always make sure it's daylight. Not to say that crime doesn't happen during the day, but a lot of people that commit crime, like in this case, he came with his hoodie on, trying to cover his face. He didn't want anybody to recognize him. So in situations like this, what I would say is, if you can avoid it. But if you have to use any of these websites, make sure you choose the location. You choose the place and make sure it's a well-lit location. It's during the day. It's in public. There are people around. You know, you can pick Walmart. Tell them, hey, I'll meet you in Walmart in the grocery aisle. I'll be wearing such and such, right? We know if you go in Walmart by the produce, there's people always over there, right? So you can pick such a location, right? You can go to the police station, tell them, hey, I'll meet you at a police station in the front lobby, and we can do the exchange over there, right? Always pick a location that you know people will be there. Never, ever, ever invite the person to your house. Never invite strangers to your house, because then you're putting not only yourself in danger, but your family, right? If they might come to your house and the exchange will go well, but then they will see the layout of your house, they'll see what you have in there, what you don't have, and they can come back later on, right? So never, ever, ever invite anybody to your house for any such exchanges. One such app is the Nextdoor app, which generally keeps people in their own neighborhoods. So maybe if you have big stuff like huge equipment that you want to sell, you can use that app. But I still don't trust it, because who knows? You invited somebody into your home, right? So that's a lot of people use that app. So I would be very cautious in using that app. You know, just the fact that you're inviting strangers into your home, right? So that is another thing that I would suggest you don't do. You know, like I said, if you have to use it, these apps, just be smart about it. You know, call somebody and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. What do you think? Is it a good idea? You know, maybe in your view, it's okay, right? Because we all see things in our own narrow view, right? But another person from the outside might give you a different perspective. Right. So, oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Right. You know, so always be cautious. Always seek a second opinion. Yes, right? Always seek a second opinion.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all those tips. And I want to make sure that our viewers don't miss, because you've said a lot of very important things, right? You said if you have to do some of these exchanges, make sure that if possible you can select the police station, utilize the parking lots, because usually it's well lit. They have cameras. And then the police lobby is also one of the locations that you can do some of these exchanges. Try to stick to doing this during the day, daylight. A lot of crime happens at night, but that's not to say they don't happen during the day. But the chances of you ever, getting into these types of situations is lesser if you do it during the day. And then I think this is a very critical point that you made, that you, the seller, choose the location.
Yes.
Don't let this person choose, hey, meet me here. No. You're the one selling whatever item it is. So you choose a location that you're comfortable with. Well-lit location, possibly the Walmart, right? I actually like the Walmart idea. Look, the cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, meet me at the cashier number 16. We're doing our exchange right there. We're right on camera, right?
Yeah.
And I think you also made a very critical point: is never invite strangers into your home.
Yes.
I know that. Look, sometimes you want to get rid of something real quick, and you know we all have the tendency of just let me do whatever it takes. But if you take some of these extra precautions, I think it may not be guaranteed, but most likely you will come out of these types of situations safe. Kingsley, any final words from you?
I mean, obviously, he is the expert, so
Absolutely.
he said everything. But one thing I want to add, and one thing that I learned from my plight was the fact that always assume the worst. When you want to do something like that, assume that the person might do something to you. I mean, when you have that at the back of your mind, then you would take precautions. You know, one mistake I would always accept that I made was the fact that I trusted this guy so much. I wasn't able to assume that, okay, this might happen, so let me choose a location that you know I would find like. So like he said, I think he said all the good things. He said all the things that we are supposed to follow, and I think he made a very good point over there.
You know, thank you so much. And I think, but you made a very critical point. Always assume the worst, right? I think that's critical. We all trust so easily.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to money, hey, so long as you get the cachito, you really don't care. You just want to get it done with. But assume the worst. Always assume that someone is going to harm you.
Yeah.
And then that puts you in this state of mind to take all the extra level of precautions, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you for gathering the courage once again to come on the show. Thank you, Capitano. Thanks for all those tips. I think it's going to help somebody out there who may be listening. And thank you to our cherished viewers at home and all across the globe for responding to our call and donating your widow's mite, supporting Kingsley's situation. We're very appreciative here at HCN. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
HCN.